Dear parents, this video is for you. This is about making materials. So henceforth, most of the maths activities are based on these bead material and card material. So it will be very nice if you could manage to arrange this at home. You can do this with simple card material itself. Like this one, you may not be able to buy it because it's quite expensive to buy it and run to few thousands, like 4,000, 5,000, 7,000. So it is quite expensive for you to buy it. We can achieve this anyway with the drawing it on boards also. So we're going to teach you how you can make this at home. We'll start with the bead material. In the bead material, you need, in the first compartment you see the ones, right? So for that you just need to have 9 beads, or instead of beads you can have something like green peas, dried green peas, patani, illena chana, something like that you can have, with the child can comfortably hold in between their fingers. Okay, so 9 such beads we need. Then we need to make 9 bars of 10. Okay, so there has to be 10 in this. Okay, and 9 such pieces like this we need. So what you can do is, we have already tried making one for you. Okay, I'll show you how you can go about it. Please take a closer look. Cut out a strip of paper and make a dot with a marker and draw a straight line. Then with 9 points, 8 points done on this, you can go ahead like making a point as 2. So holding it, you can make it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So that becomes your bar of 10. We need to make 9 such pieces like this. Okay. Then making the square of 100. So this is going to have 10 pieces like this in this. So what we have done is, we have cut out a card like this. You have to definitely remember that both will have to be of same length. And you can fill up the remaining spaces. Now if drawing this is a difficulty, I'll give you a different way to do it. You will get these pencils with rubber behind. Yeah, an eraser attached to it. These pencils which have these erasers below, it will be, when you buy a new one, it will be very flat. You can make use of this flat surface by dipping it in paint. Dip in paint and go for making impressions of it. That way very quickly you can make impressions of these dots. This may take some time for you. This is an easier way, making impressions with paint with the eraser behind the pencil. The next one is a 1000 cube. Okay, so you have to give the child an illusion of 3D for this thing. So for making this 1000 cube, I'll show you how to draw a cube the easier way. Now for this you will need one compass and a scale, that is all. Please watch how I make the cube. We are going to make a hexagon first. So just take a compass and take the radius, maximum radius. This has to be the same for all the cubes. So I'm going to use this entire length. Now after having made it, make sure that the center is marked well. You will need the center, that's why. Now you can keep anywhere on the circle. Keep the compass pin anywhere on the circle and make marks like this. 1. So just make a arc here. Now move the point again to the marked arc. One more. Do not change the compass setting. Again, keep it on the arc. One more. Keep doing it until you reach the final arc. Now when I keep this on the arc, it will correctly finish where I started. After having done this, just join those arcs, the point of intersection of the arcs. Can you see it? By doing so, we are trying to make a hexagon. Now, just go to that center dot which we had marked for the circle. Use the scale from the vertically opposite point, just draw a line in the center. The next line has to go to the point beside. And this also. Now you will see that you would have got a perfect cube. This is how you can easily make a cube for your child. And then just to help the child know that this is a 1000 cube, you can write on it 1000. Keep the orientation in mind when you write. So this will look like a 1000 cube for them. This way, I know that it will be very difficult to mark it too many circles inside this, like like dots like this. That will make it shabby and you will never be able to see the edges. So please leave it like this to tell that this is a 1000 cube. You need just one like this. Now I had a smaller card, so I used smaller radius for drawing. You can have a bigger radius and make a bigger cube. I hope you can try this at home. So dear parents, this is pretty easy. It just takes 1 minute for you to draw this cube. Because you have to draw just one, I am just giving you this roundabout method of using a compass, but this is the perfect cube that you can achieve. And for the child, it's better that you give anything in perfection itself. Okay, a cube, let it be a cube, but it should not be a cuboid. That's what I am trying to say. For M2 children, they will have to make more of these. They will have to make 9 pieces like this. So for them, doing in repetition will be easier with a compass. If you have any other way of doing a cube, you can go ahead, make it. But make sure that you have 1900 pieces, 9 10 pieces and 9 pieces of ones, that is as chana or green peas or beads if you can arrange for. I would prefer let it be green peas or chana, that should be better. Chana is even more better, because if you take beads which are very small, I am scared whether they will put it into their nose or something like that. So make it little bigger. Chana should be equally good for them. Okay, please have this material ready. We are going to be starting our decimal system static part. More counting and counting through will happen. So this will help them in understanding. Now we will have to make the card material also. Doing the card material is a lot easier. You just have to have some cards ready for that. Some preferably the attapetila varra and the cards irukku illaya, that one, so that it has a thickness to it. so children can hold it in their hands. If they are going to be papers, it can be very difficult. So please make sure that the thing that you are using is something like a cardboard, so that they can hold it, not like a paper. So again, for this you will have to have these cards with 1 to 9, numbers 1 to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay, you can have it in a green color. There is something specific about this green color. It is going to come in the upcoming days and in M2, but the learning of that happens right now itself. They get used to the color and identifying it. It is also something to do with the place value, that is why. So please have these numbers 1 to 9 in green color, and the next hierarchy, the card that you are going to make, should be double of this. Okay, it should be, if this is going to be 5 means this has to be 10. So make sure that you have space for that, and that the entire card will be in 10, 20, 30, like that, all the way up to 90. Okay, 90. And that has to be in blue color. The next card that you are going to have should be a progression in size. Like for example, it has to have the size of both these together. You get it? So first what size this was, the next one will be the double of that. The third one should be the size of these two together. So once you make the size prototype, then it's not difficult anymore. So 100, 200s, like that, all the way up to 900. So you will make this really large font it should have. They are called as large number cards also, because there is small number cards after this. So you give the name large number cards, and you will have to have 9 such pieces like this. And the last piece just have 1000. Now you would have understood that definitely it has to have this and this number together. Okay, this has to be the length of it. So it is in progression. Now why is this going in progression is because when the child arranges any number, let's say the child is going to make 1500, they just put it like this, and then they will say 40, and the next number they will say 5. So once they have arranged it like this, all what we ask them to do is to shift it like this. So you will see that they have already got 1545. It is for this convenience that we make this sizes. So this is how you have to make the cards. 1000, one card for 1000. Then the card has to be in green color. Okay, you have to remember that this is the same green that you use for the ones. And then the hundreds card up to 900, 100 to 900 in red. Then the tens card 10 to 90 in blue color, and the last set 1 to 9 in green color. So even when the placement is done, it is kept like this. They have to always use the material and put it back in the same order. So parents, please try and make this. Take this as a very humble effort to help your child to understand mathematical concepts. I already showed you a video of how one child was doing maths with it. All the children here do it like this. The same material will be used for them for learning all the arithmetic operations like division, multiplication, addition and subtraction also. Because if you have noticed that we are not teaching the child as 1, 2, 12, 1, 3, 13. No, we very clearly are telling that 10 and 3 is 13. 10 and 4 is 14. So they have this place values idea very clearly going into their mind. Nothing is going just by rote method. They are actually scientifically thinking, and every progress will be based on that scientific understanding only. So this is for M1 children. Kindly try and do this, the bead material and the card material, and let's start the practice very soon. This material is for M2 parents. Okay, M2 parents, the way of preparing the cube is the same only. When it comes to M2, when we are going to do the change game, which is going to come now, where they are going to learn how to count when all the quantities come together. For that, they will have to have these cards. Okay, instead of 100 beads, they will be having wooden cards like this, which you can make it with the hardboard itself. 1000. It's I know it is not easy for you to achieve this even at home. Even if you did it, it may be quite difficult for you to see how long it will last. So you can make use of the drawing and have 9 such pieces. Now I am going to give you the quantity of how much you will need. You will need 9 cubes. Okay, so you can make a drawing of 9 cubes like this. You can have 1000 written on it. So preferably you can make all the thousands of one color, easily distinguishable. Then you can make hundreds of another color, a different color. You can easily sort it. That's why. Here it is all of the same color, but at home it's 3D has it is only in 2D. You will have to give it at least a color variation. So you will make like this with the card which I showed you. You will be making 45 pieces like this. 45. For the tens, again 45. For the ones, 45. 45, 45, 45. Thousands alone, please make it in 9 pieces only. So now coming to cards. When it comes to cards, it's the same what was mentioned for M1. Only thing is the thousands card will go all the way up to 9,000. So you will have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 going all the way up to 9,000. Remaining card is the same that we had seen for M1. Okay, 1 to 9, tens up to 90, hundreds up to 900 and 1000, last one up to 9,000. Yeah, so parents, please help us and help the child in this learning process. It is a very fantastic material to learn the decimal system. Okay, thank you parents.